私の身ではもうやりたいということは考えられない。まあ謝るということしかあれですね。今帰るって言っても無理じゃないかなと思います。標本室を見た時ですね、こういったその時に上官がこれは丸太を解剖したもんだと、そういう説明がありましたからね。あまりにも無残なものだったから私も声も出せないくらい驚きました。印象に残ったのはね、女の方のお腹にいる子供なんかもお腹に入ったまんま標本になってましたから、そういったこともね、なぜこんなね妊婦の標本までこんなことをしなきゃいけないのかなと思って、どうしてこんなね小さな子供たち、またお腹の中にいた子供たちなんかをね解剖してしまうのか。私たちが望むって言ってもね、犠牲になった方たちの冥福を祈るだけしか私たちではもうそれしかできないと思います。これからの人たちが考えてくれるってことならいいですけれども、おそらく私が言うとまずいもんで言いませんけども、日本の国はねそれだけ考えていてくれないんじゃないかなと思って私はいるんです。中国の方たち、またモンゴルの人たち、ロシアの人たちね、朝鮮の人たちに謝ってくれるという気がないんじゃないですか。私がそれ言うと中国の方たちよりね日本の政府に責められます。
Let's discuss this with RT contributor Carl Jar. Carl, good to see you today. So just tell us more about the World War II anniversary commemoration in Japan.
Well, the particular issue is with Yasukuni Shrine, which was built to commemorate 2.5 million war dead in Japan since 1869. Now, most people have no issue with Japanese worship, commemorating their war dead in the war to overthrow the shogunate in 1869, for example. But the problem is the shrine hosted 14 Class A war criminals who were either accused or has been found guilty by the Tokyo Tribunal after World War II. This was done in a secret ceremony in 1978. And this act was actually displeased the Japanese emperor, who was the Japanese emperor during World War II. Showa emperor refused to go to Yasukuni Shrine after 1975 because the decision by the shrine master to host these spirits of 14 Class A war criminals. And in 1985, there was a time Japan actually had a honeymoon period with China immediately after Nixon's visit in 1972. I remember this because I grew up in China. So from 1970s to early 80s, China and Japan enjoy an excellent relationship until 1985, when the Japanese Prime Minister Yasuhiro Nakasone decided to pay his respect at Yasukuni Shrine. That became a huge issue. That's a turning point in the China-Japan relationship. The relationship turned sour. And ever since, many Japanese prime minister and Japanese minister have refrained from visiting shrine because of the controversy. But starting from 1998, Japanese Prime Minister Ryotaro Hashimoto started to visit shrine again. That increased the tension between Japan, South Korea, which had been a Japanese colony, and China, because both nations have suffered through the action of Japan during World War II.
Yeah. So, we know China and South Korea have criticised the visit, but the Japanese chief cabinet secretary has defiantly said it's just a tribute to the dead. Are any other countries, have they reacted in any other way?
Well, I don't know if many other countries even aware of the issue of Yasukuni Shrine. Like Yasukuni Shrine is not the fact that they host 14 Class A war criminal. It's also it has a museum attached called Yushukan, which is a museum dedicated to Japanese exhibit to the Japanese World War II deeds, and it actually the exhibit says the World War II by Japan was not a war of aggression, but the Great Eastern Asian War to liberate the people of East Asia. I mean, you can see how well it can be received by countries like China and South Korea, which suffered gravely at the hands of Imperial Japanese Army during World War II.
Can we read into this, Carl, as to the state of the relations between Japan and South Korea and China at all? And how does this affect the future development of the relationships?
Well, one of the big thorn in the bilateral relations between China, Japan, or South Korea and Japan is the attitude of the Japanese government towards the World War II history. I mean, in 1970, during the time when the West German Chancellor Willy Brandt kneeled down in front of the monument to Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, Warsaw, the famous kneeling of Warsaw. 1970, that was the same time that the people at Yasukuni Shrine decided they're going to start a petition to host the 14 Class A war criminals who have been convicted by the Tokyo War Tribunal, and many of them hanged for it, to host their spirit in the Yasukuni Shrine. I mean, to be worshipped together with the other 2.5 million war dead. This is a huge issue in the bilateral relationship between China, Japan, and also Korea and Japan. This because people in China and Korea, they feel the Japanese government have never really come clean about their past. They never show proper repentance the way the German government, for example, have showed to our Holocaust. So this is a issue that continue to affect the bilateral relationship today. In fact, when United States is pushing South Korea to form a trilateral military alliance between South Korea, Japan, and United States, there is strong resistance domestically in South Korea because this bad history between Korea and Japan.
Yeah. Many thanks for speaking to us today. It's great to talk to you. Carl Jar, RT contributor.
Thank you.